Imagine hearing that your child has been bullying other kids at school. The first reaction is often shock, denial, or even defensiveness. But the reality is that no child is born a bully. Bullying behavior has origins, and often it's rooted in the environment that a child grows up in. Today, I'm going to explore where bullying behavior comes from and what steps you can take as a parent to address and correct this behavior before it becomes a lifelong pattern. I've spent years working with families navigating difficult dynamics, and I know how challenging it is for parents to face the fact that their child may be displaying bullying behavior. I worked with one family whose child, let's call him Max, was frequently being disciplined at school for verbally bullying his classmates. Max's parents were devastated, but with reflection and guidance, they began to understand the factors at home that might have contributed to Max's behavior. And together they transformed their family environment to encourage healthier ways of interacting, and Max gradually left his bullying behavior behind. This isn't about blame, it's about understanding and transforming the conditions that may be leading to this behavior in children. Bullying is a pattern of aggressive behavior that seeks to control, intimidate, or hurt others. It's often expressed through physical actions, verbal insults, exclusion, and even manipulation. While we might think of bullying as a school issue, it's really a reflection of unprocessed emotions, unmet needs, or even learned behavior. Understanding where bullying comes from is a vital step for parents to take meaningful action. I also made a video about workplace bullying that you can watch via the link in the description. And if you're curious about bullying among children, there's also a link to that video. Bullying doesn't happen in a vacuum. It is often rooted in a combination of environmental, emotional, and social factors. And here are some of the most common examples. The home environment and the communication style. Children mirror what they see at home. If a household has frequent arguments, if there's a lack of open communication, or if conflicts are resolved through anger or aggression, children may learn that bullying or intimidation is a way to get what they want. Research actually shows that children from homes with high levels of conflict or emotional neglect are more likely to exhibit bullying behavior at school. And then another factor is witnessing bullying or aggression in the media and in society. Now, media and entertainment are filled with examples of power dynamics and bullying. When children see that aggression is rewarded in shows and games or even on social media, they may replicate that behavior, believing that it's a form of strength or popularity. Then there's also a lack of emotional regulation skills. When children struggle to express their frustration or their anger or their jealousy in healthy ways because they haven't been taught to do that, without those tools to manage those feelings, they may simply just lash out at others. According to the American Psychology Association, children who lack emotional regulation skills often turn to aggressive behavior to either cope with overwhelming feelings or to just disengage from overwhelming feelings and emotions. Unaddressed trauma or insecurity can also play a role. Children who have experienced trauma or feel insecure might bully others as a way to exert control. Now, this could be due to major life changes like divorce, the death of a loved one, or even moving to a new school. And my client Max's bully behavior began after his parents' divorce. He felt powerless and confused, so he sought control in the only way that he knew, and that was by asserting dominance over his peers. Peer influence and social pressures also play a role, because peer pressure can be significant. If a child's social group condones or even encourages bullying, your child may go along with it just in order to fit in. Social dynamics, especially in the formative years, can push children into behavior that they might otherwise avoid. Now, this is where it gets personal. As parents, it's natural to feel defensive about our children, but taking an honest look at the environment that we're creating at home is crucial. So ask yourself these questions. What is the tone of communication in my home? Do we listen to each other? Do we express ourselves calmly and resolve conflict peacefully? Our communication style sets the foundation for how our children relate to others. Ask yourself, am I modeling empathy and compassion? Do I show understanding even when I'm upset or disappointed? Children learn empathy from watching us. If they see us showing kindness and understanding, they're more likely to apply those values in their own interactions. Also ask yourself, are we prioritizing open communication in our family? When something upsetting happens, do we talk about it as a family? Because giving children a safe space to express their frustrations and their fears can reduce the likelihood that they'll take those feelings out on others. Here are some concrete steps to help you guide your child away from bullying behavior. Model conflict resolution skills. Show them how to handle disagreements respectfully. Say something like this. When I'm upset, I try to listen to the other person first, even if I don't agree. Teach them emotional regulation. Help them to name and process their emotions. Say, it sounds like you're feeling frustrated. Can you tell me why? Also create a safe space for communication. Encourage open discussion without judgment. So what you say to your child is, you can tell me anything. I want to understand how you feel, even if it's hard to talk about it. Also discuss the impact of bullying with your child. Use real-life examples or stories that are familiar to show the harm that bullying can cause. And communicate with your child like this. Imagine how you'd feel if someone treated you this way. It's really painful, isn't it? Also provide positive outlets for frustration. It's very important to encourage sports, art, or other activities that allow them to channel their emotions in a constructive manner. And also set clear and consistent boundaries with your children. Make it clear that bullying is unacceptable by saying, in our family, we respect others. Hurting someone to feel powerful is never okay. I have a great online course on boundaries that will teach you in a matter of 2 hours or so how to set and maintain healthy boundaries. And I'll leave a link to this course in the description for you also to have a look at it. If you're not really sure about how to set boundaries or where they need to be, do this course. It will really be helpful. Also teach your children empathy through storytelling. Share stories that help them understand other people's perspectives and say things like this. Let's talk about how the other person might feel. How would you feel in their shoes? Use consequences with compassion. If bullying occurs, impose consequences that help them learn. And say, because you hurt someone's feelings, we're going to spend time understanding why that is harmful. Remember, the consequence matches the misbehavior. Also encourage positive friendships. Help your children to build relationships with kids who are kind and respectful and can provide a positive influence for them. But limit their exposure to aggressive media. Be mindful of the content that your children are consuming and discuss the differences between fiction and reality with your child. Something that is also very helpful is to encourage altruistic activities. Volunteering or helping others can foster great empathy. Say to your child, how did it feel to help that person? Did it make you happy to see them smile? And finally, please seek professional help if needed. If bullying behavior persists, consider consulting a therapist who specializes in children. There's no shame in seeking support to help your child to grow in a healthy way. Reach out to me at info@getupandgrow.co.za. And you can also follow me on social media and subscribe to this channel. Every child has the potential to learn empathy, respect, and kindness. If your child has displayed bullying behavior, know that change is possible, and it starts with an open, compassionate, and supportive environment at home. As parents, you play the most influential role in shaping your child's future behavior and emotional health. With consistent guidance and love, you can help your child develop into someone who values respect and kindness towards others. Let's work together to create a safe, kind world for all children.